Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into a topic that many people rarely get to see: the truth of Russia's war when the cameras are off. We all see news clips, viral videos, and official press conferences. But what happens when there are no reporters, no social media posts, and no staged briefings? The war on the ground tells a very different story, and that is exactly what we are going to uncover in this video. When cameras are rolling, war can look like a series of fast, intense moments: explosions, military parades, soldiers marching in order. But when the cameras are off, life for soldiers and civilians becomes a grinding test of survival. Many Russian troops spend days in trenches, facing not just enemy fire but extreme weather, hunger, and fear. Off camera, war is not glamorous or glorious. It is mud, exhaustion, and endless waiting. Soldiers often talk about how the silence between battles is more haunting than the sound of gunfire because it gives them time to think about what they are doing and why. Russian state media portrays the war as controlled and professional, but the reality is much messier. Soldiers often use improvised equipment, repair broken vehicles with limited resources, and rely on outdated gear that puts them at risk. Stories from the front reveal how units sometimes go days without proper supplies, depending on local villages for food and shelter. These details are rarely shown on television, but they shape how the war is actually fought. When there are no cameras, fear becomes more visible. Soldiers who look confident in official videos often share their private doubts with each other. Many of them are young men who are not prepared for the realities of modern warfare. They write in their journals or send voice messages to their families, expressing how difficult it is to witness destruction every day. War becomes not just a physical struggle, but a psychological one, and this side of the conflict remains mostly hidden. Another truth of Russia's war off camera is the toll on civilians. In many towns near the front lines, people live without reliable electricity, running water, or basic safety. They hear the sounds of artillery almost daily, never knowing if the next strike will hit their homes. Many families are forced to hide in basements for hours at a time, sometimes even days. These moments are not filmed, but they represent the real cost of war. The fear of ordinary people who just want peace. Away from the lens, Russian commanders face enormous pressure to deliver results. The chain of command can be harsh, with little tolerance for failure. This creates a climate where mistakes are hidden and problems are ignored until they become too big to fix. Reports from deserters and captured soldiers often mention how poor communication leads to friendly fire incidents or abandoned missions. These operational failures rarely make it into the official narrative, but they are part of the truth that happens every day. When the cameras are off, corruption and mismanagement become more apparent. Supplies meant for the front sometimes never arrive because they are sold or stolen along the way. Some units are left without enough ammunition or medical kits, forcing them to improvise or retreat. This is not something shown on state TV, but leaked conversations and independent reports have confirmed that logistics remain one of the biggest problems for Russian forces. Another reality hidden from public view is the way soldiers deal with casualties. Official reports often downplay the number of losses, but the men on the ground cannot ignore what they see. They bury their comrades or watch as their wounded wait for evacuation. These moments are some of the hardest to witness, and they stay with soldiers long after the war ends. The emotional impact is rarely spoken about in public, but it is a key part of understanding what this war really means for those fighting it. Many soldiers also face moral dilemmas when there are no cameras. Some are ordered to attack positions that put civilians at risk. Others witness events they are not proud of but feel powerless to stop. These experiences create a heavy burden that soldiers carry with them. When they return home, They often struggle to explain what they have been through because the public only sees a polished, heroic version of war. Off camera, the war also exposes deep divisions within Russian society. Some citizens support the conflict because of patriotism or propaganda, while others oppose it quietly but fear speaking out. In small towns, funerals for fallen soldiers become a painful reminder of the human cost. People whisper about the truth, but open criticism can lead to arrest. This creates a silent tension that is rarely seen on news broadcasts, but felt strongly by those living through it. Even among the troops, there are moments of solidarity and humanity that the cameras never capture. Soldiers share food, write letters for each other, and look out for their comrades when things get difficult. These acts of kindness are small but powerful, reminding everyone involved that they are still human despite the chaos around them. When the cameras are off, the war slows down. It becomes a waiting game, waiting for orders, waiting for resupply, waiting for the next attack. This slow, grinding pace wears people down mentally and physically. The excitement shown in propaganda clips does not represent the boredom, anxiety, and constant uncertainty that define everyday life at the front. The truth of Russia's war is not just about battles and territory. It is about the personal stories that never make it to the news: the soldier sitting in a frozen trench thinking about home, the mother waiting for a phone call from her son, the villager risking everything to find food for her family. These moments reveal the human side of a conflict that is often reduced to numbers and statistics. When we turn off the cameras, what remains is the raw, unfiltered reality. It is not clean or heroic. It is full of contradictions, suffering, and quiet acts of survival. Understanding this side of the war is crucial if we want to see the bigger picture, not just who is winning or losing, but what the cost truly is for everyone involved. If you want to understand any war, you have to look past the official footage and listen to the voices of those who are living it every day. The truth may be difficult to hear, but it is necessary if we want to learn from history and prevent future conflicts from repeating the same mistakes. Thank you for watching and for taking the time to explore this topic with me. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like and share it so more people can understand what is really happening when the cameras are off. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into global events, and I will see you in the next video.